Unbelievable how fast time flies by. I do own my Grand Seiko SBG X259 since over half a year now. Purchased it in December 2019, so it's time for an update. Hi, hello and welcome everyone. Is it too small? Do I mind the ticking of it? How does it work after 6 months in my collection? This exactly, as mentioned before, I would like to discuss today in the 6-month update of this particular watch. With 37 millimeters of diameter, this watch is not on the big size, especially in comparison with my Breitling Avenger chronograph I do wear frequently, currently in my Ocean Racer strap, which I like a lot. But still, the dial itself, the white dial, is a little bit bigger, the bezel on the smaller side, and with this it got pretty good wrist presence, so to say. You've got the Zaratsu polish on the case, on the bezel, on the hands and indices, which I do like. You do have here applied markers, high polished. And especially right now with the sun out, you do have a lot of reflections going on. Plus, this watch is, yeah, in my collection, sort of a dress watch, but it's like a hybrid between dressy and sporty, more on the dressy side thanks to the sword hands, but still 100-meter water resistance. It comes on the steel bracelet, which I do enjoy quite a lot, and yeah, it's a pretty cool watch to have. Of course, after 6 months, I did encounter some micro swirls on the high polished bezel. Can't do anything about it, but so far it really holds up quite good. To summarize the last 6 months, what are the things I do like quite a lot about the Grand Seiko? Well, on the one hand, it's very comfortable, 37 millimeters of diameter, it's very flat. I do like the oyster style bracelet. As well, the lugs are a little bit longer and they taper down, so they really do hug your wrist. And it's in comparison with my Speedmaster, my GMT Master, with my Avenger, with the Seiko Turtle. This one is really a light watch and very comfortable watch to wear. A second thing I do really appreciate is its accuracy, because when you do have normally just automatic or mechanical watches in your collection, after 1 to 2 weeks you have to set again the time, because yeah, that's the regular tolerances. With this one you just don't have to, which is quite nice too. As well, what I do really like is that it's sort of the grab and go watch in my collections. So if you haven't worn an automatic or mechanical watch for a while, you have to wind it up, you have to set the time, the date. With this one as well, you don't. Well, of course you have to consider summertime and wintertime, but that's not a lot, and sometimes maybe you have to change the date because you missed a couple of days. Well, but that's it, and you do have the quick set here, it's not an issue. So it's really the grab and go piece in my collection. I do like a lot the hour and minute hand, how they are polished, how they look. This is an elegant and very dressy watch, and overall how it feels, how it looks on the oyster strap with the Zaratsu polishing, with all the reflections going on the dial and on the hands. This is just a beautiful watch to look at, and overall, yeah, these are the points I really do like about this Grand Seiko. But guys, where is light, there as well as shadow. So let's talk about 2 things I sort of dislike about this Grand Seiko. The first thing is the clasp. And don't get me wrong, the clasp is very well made, very well integrated to the bracelet, but there are really no fine adjustment possibilities. If you would like to size the bracelet, you just can take out full and half links. That's it. Nothing more is possible. I myself like to wear my watches loose, so it isn't a big deal for me, but if you are in the summer need to fine adjust the bracelet, this is one thing which could be an issue. The second thing I dislike sort of is how the end links do connect with the case. You do really see first the bezel, then part of the case, and then the bracelet. And this is something which bothered me as well with my Seiko Sarp, because I just would have preferred to not see that gap. This is not a big thing, but when you do the wrist roll, you sort of can see it directly, and this is something, it's not a biggie, but they could have designed that better from my opinion. But to be honest, guys, there is still one thing I do struggle with, and I hope you maybe can help me there. I do collect according to the strategy one brand, one watch. This is working perfectly fine for me. I as well do like to collect in categories. So I like to have a dive watch, a dress watch, a chronograph, and so on. But taking into consideration which dress watches I had so far, I did own a two-tone Datejust with Jubilee bracelet and fluted bezel. I did own an Omega Aquaterra mid-size master coaxial movement, a Nomos Club Campus, a Seiko Sarp, and now this Grand Seiko. And all of them actually didn't get a lot of wrist time, and this is as well the case with this Grand Seiko. I prefer to wear my more sportier watches, my Avenger, my Speedy, my GMT, even my Turtle gets more wrist time than this particular piece. So this is where I really do struggle right now, because I'm really thinking about to sell this one because it just don't get a lot of wrist time. I still do love this piece. It's a perfect wristwatch in terms of the polish, in terms of how it feels, in terms of the technology, of the history. But when I consider the watches I normally wear, I would like to have something which is a little bit more on the sporty side. And it's not going to be the Omega Seamaster 300 Diver with the white dial. At the moment, I really like a lot the TAG Heuer Aqua Racer 43mm white dial orange secondhand, because you do have there also a steel bezel, but it's a little bit more sporty, but you do have a crisp white dial, blacked out indices. Even for my marriage I did wear my Breitling Avenger, so it's like that's something still not fitting here, if you know what I mean. So guys, your help really would be appreciated, so let me know what you think in the comment section. Alright guys, here we are after 6 months with the Grand Seiko. I hope you did like this one, and I'm really eager to learn about your opinion and your recommendations. What should I do? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Guys, I wish all of you right now a very happy weekend, a good start into the new week. Look forward to see you in the next one. Say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen. Euer Konstantin. Ciao guys.